Alright, so peep this. The scene opens up with Naruto suddenly erupting with excitement. Yamato is confused, asking what the hell just happened, as Naruto, instead of answering the question, hits him with some bullshit ass,
"A lot of this, a lot of that."
Bro wanna be a Black Sheep member so bad. You and Killer B are not making it out the hood with lines like that. So don't even think of promoting that fuck ass SoundCloud link. Killer B starts dapping him up though, cause now he got that elite ball knowledge by being able to control the Nine Tails chakra. But all of this vague yapping and gatekeeping is pissing off Yamato. So Naruto finally starts to give him the rundown and how he unlocked this new edit style. But mid-sentence, he notices somebody else is in the room, so he immediately calls out the unwanted guest. That's when suddenly the sword on B's back suddenly starts expanding and out pops Kisame from Samehada's mouth. Kisame is surprised at getting found out since he perfectly molded his chakra in with Samehada. But let's be real for a second. There is no amount of chakra suppression in the world that can mask the stench of that musty ass body. Bruh, just look at how he looks. Like, I don't know how the hell no one else noticed the stench mudding the air quality. Got me pinching my nose under my shirt just setting eyes on that freak of nature. I just know he smelled like raw swamp ass and 3-day-old Filet-O-Fish while dodging deodorant behind the Burger King. Now look at that. This shit done cracked my phone screen. But even with that hard to miss stench somehow sneaking past everyone's nostrils, it was really Naruto's new chakra unity with Kurama giving him an elite sensory radar. Killer B is confused on how Kisame is even still alive, cause he thought him and his brother lopped his head off in their last encounter. As he starts questioning him on how the hell he survived, Kisame quickly tells him how he fell for a clone. So B tries to ask him even more questions, but Kisame ain't trying to yap it up all day cause he gotta go get that intel back to base. So he slides up on out of there like a roach when you turn the light on. But Naruto, breaking in his newly unlocked arsenal, teleports a devastating punch to the back of his neck. Yamato and Killer B quickly hypes that shit up, comparing him to Minato. Shit, that punch even had me thinking he done dislocated every bone in the back of his neck like a shitty chiropractor. But the moment quickly evaporates as Kisame shrugs that shit off and slithers out the door like an annoying silverfish anyway. So Naruto goes to pursue again, but he can't because he somehow wedged his foot into the wall, crying about some "I can't get out." Naruto, you just fucking teleported the first time. Do it again, dumbass. I bet you if it was Sasuke running out that door, you would have sawed your ankle off to make sure you caught up to him. His heart not even in it for real. We then cut to Guy being dared by these two random ninjas to look into the waterfall and confront his true self, which Guy brushes off at first with some bullshit ass lie about protecting Naruto. So bro in the glasses activates his rage baiting prowess and says, "Yeah, I know you won't cause you a little bitch and they fucked your shit up at the barbershop. I wouldn't want to face myself either." So to beat the chopped allegations, he steps up to the waterfall. Sunglasses Guy even rubs it in saying,
"Oh no, I was only joking. Although I have a feeling that your true self isn't even human."
Damn.
I can't lie, he kinda cooking you, Guy. Like, fight back, nigga. Say his sunglasses look stupid or something. But instead of meeting himself, Kisame is the one that pops his head out of that waterfall, looking like an alien silverfish that snuck onto Earth. So Guy does what we'd all do after seeing something like that. He immediately splits his chin with a nasty kick that flings him into the rocks. Bro, and Guy's brain gotta be smoother than those Fushigi commercials back in the day, cause he really deadass thought that was his true self for a second. But after growing a single wrinkle on his brain, he deduces that it's actually a pufferfish. So the other ninjas start rightfully cooking him for his idiotic deductions. But honestly, can we really blame him? Cause I mean, if I saw some shit like that on an island known for having strange creatures, I would think that was a weird ass pufferfish myself. Or a porcupine fish. Samehada then spits out Kisame and slithers back to Killer B, fully exposing the bootleg shark boy in his now weakened state. Now I know they be having some strange beasts on the turtle island this takes place on, but I'd still scream at the top of my lungs if I ever saw this alien ass looking bug nigga in the dark. I'm not surprised he be terrorizing niggas as an Akatsuki member. He really looked like one of those underwater pill bugs. He got the face only a criminal organization could love. Like, imagine drowning at sea and this creature comes and grabs you. No, it's alright, bruh. I'd rather drown. While everyone is busy staring at Killer Bee and Samehada cuddling, they somehow miss Kisame slipping into the water. Bruh, they only got like 2 things to look at here. The rocks and Killer Bee standing like 3 feet away in front of said rocks. Like, is your FOV on 0? Kisame swims over to Samehada to siphon off the chakra from Killer Bee. So the other 2 ninjas try calling out comms, but Killer Bee is too busy snuggling with Samehada. So that gave Kisame enough time to extract what he needed, dropping Bee to his knees. Sunglasses with the only backfiring move up his sleeve tries throwing some wired kunai to extract Kisame's intel, but he lets the attack go through so he can siphon off the chakra meant to stun him, knocking Sunglasses out in like 3 seconds. Alright, bro. How you gonna see this nigga suddenly get rejuvenated after B gets knocked down and then think to yourself, let me attack him with a chakra move that I have to send into my opponent. Yeah, you are slower than a day on Venus. And the Cloud Ninja ain't trying to be next, so he dips upon out of there upon witnessing this. Nigga, if you don't throw a rock at the guy, a kick, something, damn. Like, bruh, all Kisame did was block, and that was enough to instill the fear of God into that man. But Guy is ready to actually slide for his comrades, so he jumps in with a fully loaded up Leaf Hurricane. But just like a teenager applying to an entry-level job, that shit gets denied. And now that Kisame is fully rejuvenated, he turns himself into a shark bomb to get the hell out of there while smacking Guy out of the way. The Cloud Ninja next to him starts yelling about some he's fast and he's getting away. We gotta stop him, buddy. Who the hell is we? You clearly not planning on joining the chase. Like, I ain't never seen somebody move so fast at the sight of some shit happening. Boy thought it'd be his last day on earth if he dared crossing Kisame. But it's alright though, cause we got a real stepper to slide on the scene. As Guy brushes everyone aside to lock in and open up the 6th inner gate. Look at this man, he's never been so ready to catch some hands before in his entire life. So B enlarges his hand and lobs Guy into the air as he tries to spot where Kisame went. Now, if you were wondering why Naruto and Yamato didn't join the scuffle this entire time, it's cause Naruto somehow sprained his ankle from getting stuck in the wall from earlier. So Yamato had to bench him out the game and apply first aid. Bro, are you dead ass? Nigga got dripped out and powered up just to waste that shit. But while Yamato is busy tending to Naruto, Guy starts to lose momentum in the air. So he summons a Ninja Turtle to boost off of, sending him plummeting to the earth. Now, that fall couldn't have hurt worse than Guy solely summoning him to use him as a Fortnite bounce pad. Bro was talking about some I need to borrow your back. Hold up. I need to borrow your back? Hey, yo!
Are you fucking gay?
But Guy leaves him with nothing but those couple of words as he disrespectfully hops off of him. Bro was trying to tell him, I haven't seen you in forever.
And then you summon me in midair?
Get this man a lawyer for emotional trauma, cause I'd be mad hurt too. This is almost as bad as Sasuke summoning Manda just to use as a flak jacket for Datara's explosion. But at least Vern from over the hedge over here didn't die from this, so Manda summoning is still leagues worse than this. We then cut to Kisame thinking he gave him the slip, so he summons a shark and pulls this fat ass scroll right out of his throat to send it away with the shark. Alright bro, hold up. What the hell kind of freaky ass training you had to do to be able to deep throat this thick ass scroll with no lick of gag? Yeah, whatever you do, do not check that nigga's dirty pond water. But before the shark could even move, Guy lands in ready to contest him. So Kisame with the topographical advantage summons 1,000 sharks to try and confuse him. Look at this man standing there completely unfazed. That shit is not moving nothing. So Guy tries to get in his Where's Waldo finding duffel bag to find the shark with the scroll, but he can't hone in on the correct one. So he leaps into the air and turns himself into Liu Kang. As he punches so hard it creates these fireballs destroying some of the sharks, but it's not enough to find which one has the scroll. So Guy drops into the water with no other choice but to increase the blast radius. Kisame, seeing this, thought it would be an easier lick for him to hit, but Guy opens up the 7th inner gate, creating an area of denial. Kisame starts gassing him up, talking about how rare a taijutsu user of his caliber is. I'd say real recognize real, but ain't nobody trying to recognize a giant underwater isopod. Kisame then boots up a super shark to tear Guy open a new one, but Guy rips out his Hirudora to counter, and then both of their techniques charge at each other. This had Kisame smiling ear to ear, thinking he got this shit in the bag, cause he believes that Guy's attack is straight chakra to be siphoned off by his super shark. But unbeknownst to him, the tiger that Guy sent at him is really just a powerful ordinary punch. You would think that with all the espionage the Akatsuki do, that they would have known that Guy is a taijutsu main, and Kisame should already know this shit by now, considering the fact he already clashed with him 2 other times already. That ordinary punch ended up overtaking Kisame's super shark, wiping the giant smile he just had clean off his scaly ass face, as he and the rest of the sharks in the area get blasted off the face of the earth. Anybody talking shit better remember this moment the next time they start flaming that nigga haircut. Do not play with him and his bowl cut. We then pan over to everyone at the waterfall witnessing the active aftermath of Guy's attack. No one really knows what the hell they're looking at, so Yamato tells him that it was Guy's afternoon tiger attack, Hirudora, and Naruto with his dry hating ass immediately starts talking shit about the name, talking about some
Hirudora? What a lame name for a jutsu. I thought Guy Sensei wanted to sound like a young shinobi, not some old dork.
Nigga, what are you even talking about? Like, you dead ass took the name Rasengan and put the word giant in front of it. Your shit is not any better, and you can't even show off your jutsu right now because you broke your foot off in the wall from earlier. So shut that shit up because you are in the mightguy backpack right now, fuck nigga. But Naruto swiftly gets that shit shut down as the shockwave from the Hirudora blasts him and everyone else in the face like a category 5 hurricane, and forcing everyone to brace the impact. As the shockwave dissipates, we see Guy standing over Kisame looking down on him on the same wavelength as Muhammad Ali. Shit, he's standing there feeling like 6'9" with the scroll in his hand.
Stole that shit. That's what I do, nigga. Fuck nigga, I stole that shit.
Kisame is stumped at how Guy's jutsu was able to negate his, even asking about the blue aura emitting off of him. So Guy starts explaining how his Hirudora isn't actually chakra and it's just an ordinary punch. But he keeps yapping and starts giving a scientific physics lesson, waffling on about some
A focus blast of pressurized air aimed right at your opponent. After initial compression, it spreads quickly outward.
Guy. Will you shut the fuck up? Oh, nerd ass nigga. Neither me, Kisame, or anybody else watching this video needs a scientific synopsis on how your punches work. Nigga think he Neil deGrasse Tyson. We get it, bro. You're Liu Kang with a bowl cut. It seems Guy wanted to go stench for stench with that swamp monster Kisame, cause Guy explains how the blue aura is actually just sweat and rapid evaporation. The air quality between you two gotta smell like something wicked. Kisame tries to delay his inevitable demise by gassing Guy up, yapping about some "this is the third time we clashed."
You know, I can't believe you still had a move like this up your sleeve. Although, you don't seem to remember me still.
Ooh, the silence here is deafening as Guy steady ignores what that nigga just said and left that nigga unheard. Dead had that man muted in real life, so Kisame ends up twitching his thumb ever so slightly. But the moment he moves, Guy gut checks him so hard it causes him to cough up blood. After caving his stomach in, Guy drops him off back at the Waterfall of Truth where Yamato locks him up with his wood style. So the sunglasses ninja then goes to finally extract some intel from Kisame, but before he could come across anything of value, Kisame chomped down on his own tongue to will himself awake so he couldn't talk, preventing anyone from finding out about his freaky ass scroll swallowing training sessions. See, now this is someone you can spill all your deepest darkest secrets to, cause I be accidentally biting my own tongue while chewing sometimes, and that shit be feeling like what Kisame just did. Like, do you understand how solid of of a nigga you gotta be to willingly do that to yourself? But I gotta warn you, just don't be a no-name ninja around this nigga though. Cause while Sunglasses was infiltrating his mind, we find out it's in his nature to stand on keeping a secret by any means necessary. So much so to the point of finishing you off if you get hurt just so the ops can't extract anything. Hey, so you can trust bro with all your secrets, but just don't let him tell you any of his. Just off brute strength alone, he breaks himself out of the wood restraints and traps himself in a water prison, even with Yamato suppressing his chakra. So Guy tries to punch right through it, but it's not reaching him. Yamato then tries to grow a wood plank to smack him out of there with it, but he takes his sweet ass time to grow that shit. So within that time, Kisame summons a couple of sharks inside of the prison, but Yamato brushes it off, thinking he wouldn't do anything too hasty given the situation he's in right now. So since he decided to take his sweet ass time, Kisame had enough time to allow the sharks to devour him alive, wiping him off the senses. Everyone is standing there in disbelief because they had the wrong idea about the guy, thinking he was just a psychotic scumbag. Nah, y'all good. Y'all had the right judgment here. Need I remind you of what this guy looks like? Yeah, there is no need for any second thoughts. But Kisame's death here garnered everyone's respect. See, now this is why you don't judge a musty alien water bug by its cover, cause at the end of the day, they just might stand 10 toes down for you. Psych, I'm lying. He really lucky I wasn't there, cause the moment I saw that aquatic centipede, I would have torched his ass long before he got the chance to release himself from the life server. Kisame ends up finally getting the recognition he's been looking for from Guy, as Guy vows to remember his name for the rest of his life for being a real ass nigga. Now after everyone is done giving Kisame his flowers, they go to open up the scroll to confirm the stolen information. But the moment Guy cracks it open, water comes spewing out, trapping everyone in the area into a water prison bubble. Sharks then come flying out, and one of them swallows the scroll to take it back to the Akatsuki, giving Kisame the final dub from the grave.
From the grave.
But this is where this situation comes to a close. Thanks for making it this far in the video. Like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. Alright, get on and get!